Ladies and gentlemen, another day here for the Cleveland Browns in training camp. Day 8 in the books. We're going to get more of Shedeur Sanders, Deshaun Watson. Yesterday, Deshaun Watson looked really good, connected on a lot of his passes. The day before that, Shedeur Sanders looked really good. So this battle is in prime condition right now to continue. And hopefully one of these guys can emerge very shortly. Here's a run for Quinshawn Junkins. You're going to see him low center of gravity, get right underneath that tackle. Honestly, I think he probably gets through that in a real game. But Jared Verse or whoever that is right there probably makes a stop right there. Ultimately, we're going to break down a ton of news, notes, highlights, observations from today, as well as breaking down some 7-on-7s and 11-on-11s. Before we do so, make sure you guys follow the reporters. All of them listed there. I'm going to shout some out during the video. Make sure you follow them for more of the coverage. Also, hit the like button. Let's dive in.
Berea, Ohio, day 8. And in less than 60 seconds of practice, the entire trajectory of the Cleveland Browns quarterback battle just changed. Nobody saw it coming. Not the coaches, not the reporters standing on the sideline with their phones out, not even the players themselves. Because what happened next would leave a franchise quarterback speechless.
Before we get into that, take a look at this throw here by Shedeur Sanders, one-on-one with Jerry Judy. Unbelievable ball placement. You guys can see that, right? Let me go back. You guys can barely see it. But guys, that ball placement is crisp by Shedeur. Good football, great placement, out of reach of the DB. That's legit. Another rep here from Shedeur off play action to Jerry Judy, who's been a consistent target for him today. Stays confident, cool, collected in the pocket, and finds Judy on a crossing route over the middle of the field. Tough to see, but he starts off to the left side here. We're going to get play action. Look at him, low center of gravity, making it difficult for these second-level linebackers to see what's going on over the offensive line. As we step up, we stay cool, calm, collected, laser over the middle of the field, right where it needs to be to Jerry Judy.
For weeks, this quarterback competition has felt like a coin flip that refuses to land. One day belongs to Watson, the next belongs to Sanders. Back and forth, over and over, like watching a championship fight where neither boxer will hit the canvas. But somewhere between two young quarterbacks, one former MVP caliber talent, and a fan base that has been burned by broken promises for over 2 decades, something shifted today. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Something changed inside that practice facility. Something the coaching staff couldn't hide. Something Deshaun Watson, a man once handed the richest fully guaranteed contract in NFL history, never wanted the cameras to catch. Shedeur Sanders didn't just have a good day. He looked like a man who belonged. It started early. First team reps, pressure on, every eye in that building watching. Sanders, cool as ever, dropped back, sold a play fake that froze the second level of the defense, and delivered a strike to Jerry Judy that landed exactly where it needed to be. Not the prettiest spiral in the world, but perfect placement, tucked just out of reach of the defender. That's the kind of throw that doesn't show up on a stat sheet. That's the kind of throw that shows up in a coach's notebook, because it tells you everything about a quarterback's mind, not his arm, his mind. And Sanders wasn't finished. Rep after rep, he kept finding Judy, a crossing route over the middle, cool, collected, no hesitation, laser accurate. Then a one-on-one shot against tight man coverage, reading leverage perfectly, ripping the ball into a window most rookies, most second-year players wouldn't even attempt. Browns fans watching from the sideline could feel it, that subtle shift, that quiet murmur running through the crowd that says, "Wait, is this actually the guy?" But just when it looked like Sanders was cruising, adversity struck. A ball tipped, deflected, picked off. Because that's the brutal truth about a real quarterback battle. It's never a straight line, it's a roller coaster. One moment you're building trust with every throw, the next you're watching your mistake return the other way while your head coach silently studies every single rep like it's evidence in a trial that never seems to end. But here's what separated Sanders today. He didn't flinch.
Here's another one for Shedeur Sanders. I don't think this one goes great. Looks like they're into 11-on-11 work. Shedeur drops back, scans, steps up, pressure. rolls and finds a ball deflected. Great defense by Grant Delpit, looking for Denzel Boston. Great deflection into the arms of, I believe, Harden, who gets an easy interception there. Took your one-on-one shot, ball just good defense by Grant Delpit for the most part. Just really good defense. Looks like you got maybe a corner out, one-on-one. Great, unbelievable defense. Got to give credit where credit is due. But
minutes later, deep in 11-on-11 work with real pressure bearing down, and Jared Verse, one of the most explosive pass rushers in this league, closing in like a heat-seeking missile, Sanders extended the play, rolled to his right, kept his eyes downfield the entire time, and found his man wide open in the back of the end zone. A perfect throw. Touch, timing, anticipation, all of it working in perfect rhythm. The kind of play that makes a quarterback's coach lean forward in his chair. The kind of play that makes a broken fan base start to believe again. Now, let's talk about the other side of this story, because while Sanders was building momentum, Deshaun Watson was fighting a completely different battle. Just one day earlier, Watson looked sharp, efficient, in rhythm, the kind of performance that reminded everyone exactly why the Browns handed him that historic contract in the first place. But day 8 told a very different story. 7-on-7s, no pass rush, zero excuse for a mistake. And yet, Watson drops back, fires, and the ball sails directly into the hands of Tyson Campbell. An interception, in a setting where interceptions simply aren't supposed to happen. Todd Monken has said it himself over and over that 7-on-7 reps exist for rhythm, for timing, for finding easy completions, not for forcing throws into coverage that was never open in the first place. And on this rep, Watson forced it. For a veteran quarterback fighting to save his starting job, fighting to prove that 2 Achilles tears and years of adversity haven't taken away what once made him special, that is not the rep you want the cameras catching. That is not the rep your head coach quietly filing away. But here's where this story gets complicated, because Watson didn't fall apart. Later in the session, he bounced back, found Jerry Judy on a quick hitch route, connected with Casey Conception on a clean-out route to the strong side, and then, on what might have been the most impressive throw of his entire day, he uncorked a deep dig route to Judy, layering the ball perfectly over the second level of the defense right before it was nearly stopped by Denzel Ward. Great football, real anticipation, real timing. So which version of Deshaun Watson shows up when it actually matters? That's the question haunting this entire quarterback competition.
Of play action here in this Todd Monken offense, and it should be really huge for them this year, especially with Quinshawn in the backfield, Dylan Sampson, change of pace type of guy. I like it. Take a look at this play by Donovan McMillan. Absolute heat-seeking missile. I believe through the B gap here, you're going to get a little pre-snap motion. Safety bites up. Here he is right here. Look at him. Gets right through. It's actually the C gap. Right through and blows that play up in the backfield. If they were going full speed to the ground, this probably was a pop. I mean, unbelievable job by McMillan right there. It seems like it's a little bit of walkthrough right now. We're going to update you guys when it's more 11-on-11 full speed type stuff.
Meanwhile, elsewhere on the field, the story of this offense kept writing itself. Donovan McMillan came flying through the gap like a heat-seeking missile of his own, blowing up a run play before it even had a chance to develop. Dylan Gabriel kept getting extra reps, kept searching for rhythm, kept trying to prove he belongs in this conversation too, even as questions linger about whether he can consistently see over that offensive line. Every rep, every throw, every read, all of it being measured, all of it being weighed. And that's exactly why Todd Monken has made his plan crystal clear, even if the final decision isn't made yet. Both quarterbacks will start a preseason game. Sanders in one, Watson in the other. No shortcuts, no favorites, just performance under real lights against real opponents wearing different colored jerseys. Because Monken knows something every great coach eventually learns. You don't hand a job to reputation. You don't hand it to guaranteed money. You earn it. Rep by rep, throw by throw, mistake by mistake. And right now, inside that Berea practice facility, Shedeur Sanders is doing exactly that.
Think about where this story actually started. A second-round pick who fell further than almost anyone projected. A prospect whose draft night became a national storyline for all the wrong reasons. A young quarterback who was doubted, dissected, and picked apart by talking heads across every major network in America. And now he's out there, going throw for throw with a former franchise quarterback who once represented the single largest guaranteed contract decision in NFL history. That's not just a training camp storyline. That's a redemption arc unfolding in real time, right in front of an entire fan base that's desperate to believe again. But nothing is decided. Not yet. Because 2 weeks from now, when the lights come on for real, when it's not scripted reps in shorts, but live bullets in a real NFL stadium, everything can change again. Watson knows what pressure feels like. He's carried a franchise's expectations before. And Sanders, he's about to feel that same weight for the very first time, on this big of a stage in front of an entire country watching. One preseason start each, one shot to separate, one decision that will shape the entire future of the Cleveland Browns. And when that final whistle blows on August 27th, only one name walks away as QB1. The countdown has officially begun. If this quarterback battle has you on the edge of your seat, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we're covering Shedeur, Deshaun, and this entire Browns season every single day, all the way through week 1.